I think that me and probably many of you, if not all of you, are living on a parallel process with our patients, that we face not just as therapists, but in our own relationships. I think our relationships are mirroring more than ever what I'm talking about with the patients. And so I have been more revealing than I am usually, because it's impossible to work collaboratively without at this moment also sharing about me. Where am I? Where are my children? How am I working? How am I holding up? And I get to see, how many of the patients are also interested in me, and how many really need to continue to feel that I am confident, competent, taken care of, and that they can fall apart because I want, and I will hold it. There's something very similar to me in the experience when I was working as a pregnant woman, and I would notice who noticed it and who, until the 9th month didn't say a word about it. It's like, at what point do I enter as a person in the office? And I too have a life and a reality. And at what point do patients really need to feel that, my reality is not part of this conversation? But I know that I am on a parallel process, because I think we are all experiencing the same anticipatory trauma. I've been using this metaphor for anticipatory trauma. It's like being in the beginning of a horror film where, the set has been prepared, the characters have been cued, but the action hasn't started. And we are continuously in the forthcoming action that is going to happen in a moment. So I think I've been having to really deal with not burning out and being careful that I don't give everything to my patients, and at the end of the day I have nothing left, and I've brought the best of me to work and the leftovers home, which is something I was going to talk about in terms of the centrality of work today. And this experience of massive disruption with unknowns and prolonged uncertainty forces me to really talk and consider fragility, illness, mortality, death, and not just the practical side of dealing with quarantine. I think that there's only as much of practicalities and shopping and stocking that we can talk about. At some point that's done, and then we really need to enter into the deeper conversations. And this is where we really will bring our deep thinking that we have honed in for so long to help and talk with the people.